Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna give you a quick overview of my local LLM rig. I was hugely inspired by a fellow YouTuber, Digital Spaceport. Not that I consider myself a YouTuber yet, but anyway, because he showed a lot in his videos how to build a local LLM rig based on multiple GPUs, and yeah, lately he was advertising many times a GPU called GeForce RTX 5060 Ti 16GB of VRAM, and basically I can say this is the brain of this rig. Dual palette 5060 Ti 16 gigs, and all of it is running on this mini ITX motherboard with CPU already embedded there. It is Minis Forum BD795i, I believe. Before I had it in one of my mini PCs, then I moved it to run my NAS, and in the previous video I removed it from the NAS to replace it with a server grade motherboard. And yeah, the thing is that it has only one PCI 50 X16 port, and before I had experience of running eGPUs using Oculink and the Oculink to M2 adapter, and I decided why not to try this approach here. So basically I bought two Oculink to PCIe adapters and then one bifurcation plate, bifurcation card for PCIe that turns one PCIe X16 to 4 by X4. And luckily this motherboard supports bifurcation, so it was pretty straightforward to set up, which is cool. So it has two NVMe 2TB drive for the Proxmox for actually storing the data and the virtual machines. It has 64 GB of RAM, DDR5. Yes, it is running on Corsair HX 1500i, which is a lot because these GPUs are drawing actually pretty little. It's 180 watts tops, and I've never seen them yet going over 100 watts each. So I'm planning to probably expand, because I still have two more Oculink ports here, so I can keep adding GPUs. But right now 32 gigs of VRAM is plenty for running some pretty good models like Gemma 3, 27 billion parameters. Also some new cool models, I don't remember their names, but I'm still experimenting with it. So yeah, soon, in a while, I'm gonna show you some numbers like tokens per second and so on. And now I'm gonna put this rig into my improvised rack. And now a couple of words about the PCIe to Oculink adapters that are used to install the GPUs. So those I got, they are powered by 24-pin connector, and that's a bummer because actually it is hard to, I mean, it is not that hard to source those connectors, but it's a lot of cables. They are pretty lengthy, so there is no way to neatly daisy chain them. So I had this one splitter, so one of them goes to the motherboard and the other one goes to one of the Oculinks. But what I've decided to do is that I soldered basically the cables to connect the other two in order to create a daisy chain. So yeah, I decided to solder all the pins because I didn't want to try to guess which ones are used or not. But ideally I would prefer if there was some other way to power those adapter boards. I saw one that is powered by SATA power connector. I'm gonna try one of those because 24 pin is good for running one eGPU, but it's not good for running more than one. Also, in order to have a space for my ever-growing home lab setup, I bought this 12 units 19-inch wall mount rack, and yeah, it just perfectly fits under the desks where I have the where I usually put this home server. And yeah, it's far from being neat cable management or whatnot, but it's still better than nothing, and I will be improving it with time. So I made those improvised little cart wheels there using some old IKEA board I had, and 5 wheels screwed to that, so I can easily perform some maintenance here. Both of the servers, the NAS and the LLM one, now have 2.5 gigabit LAN ports, so I just install one here. But my switch, the old TP-Link switch, is still 1 gigabit, so I'm gonna replace it with a 2.5 to increase the speed in my network. And yeah, it has this little UPS unit that will probably give some minutes to safely shut down, but of course it's not gonna power the whole thing for a prolonged time, under load especially. And I haven't tried it yet, but it has a mount holes for 120 millimeters fans, and I happen to have a couple, so I've plugged them into the motherboard. So let's see how the thermals are gonna be in this rack, because there's also supposed to be a glass door, but because of the cables I won't be able to actually install it. I will need some angled cables instead of these ones to try to do that, and I'm not sure how will it make the thermals worse or not.